Okay, so currently there are more single women than there are men in the world. In fact, even in Sydney alone, it's like the ratio of 3 to 1. Literally, we are in a man drought. So what I want to do is I want to give you 5 practical ways on how to meet men. It's Renee Slansky. I'm a professional dating and relationship coach, and I help women from around the world build the relationship they desire and deserve, and I make it achievable. I don't make it some, amazing fairy tale dream that we never feel like we're going to get there, right? Now, before I jump into this video, I just want to let you know about a brand new course that I have, and it's called the Man Magnet. Basically, this course is all about turning you into a woman who is able to attract the commitment from a man that you want to actually build a life with. It is a course that actually works, and it's jam-packed with a whole lot of value. So if you want to know more about that, click the link in the bio below. Okay, so how do we meet men? Why does it seem impossible, even though we've got more ways than ever to actually connect with men? I was speaking to a lady the other day, and she said to me, but Renee, it just seems, so impossible. If I get off the dating apps, how am I meant to meet anyone? Well, you know what? Dating apps have only been around for the last decade or so, and I'm pretty sure that hundreds of years before that, we were meeting men just fine. So let's not leave it all up to dating apps. That is not your only way to meet guys. Number 1, make a list from A to Z of where you can actually meet men. Now, I didn't actually come up with this concept. I'm going to give all credit to the Social Collective, and I will put a link to them in my bio as well. Literally, you need to get creative about thinking different places that you can have that opportunity to meet men. Now, for instance, if you've got the alphabet A to Z, I want you to write next to each and every letter a place beginning with the start of that letter. For example, A might be an aquarium, B might be a bookstore, C might be a canoe trip. Get creative, think outside the square. But the whole point is to realize that you are not limited by your circumstances, and that you need to be able to create different opportunities and think about where those opportunities could actually physically look like in the way of events or places or locations as such. Number 2, use dating apps strategically. Now, dating apps are a great way of obviously meeting someone, connecting with someone, and then trying to go on a date with someone. But we get really frustrated with dating apps because we assume that we're going to meet our husband on the first go, or we just get tired of our options. Well, ladies, if you can use dating apps in such a way that it is more effective, which I actually have done a video on this before, and I'll put the link for that, then you are going to have a better chance of being able to meet a guy that you want to really be with. Now, for instance, take the dating app Happen. Now, Happen is great because it actually shows, geolocation, who's around you. Now, the way that you can use that is go to places where you actually want to meet a man who you think would be there. For example, if you're into fitness and you want to meet a guy who's into fitness, then go to the gym, turn on your Happen app so it actually shows you who might else in that area or environment might be single around you who is on the app as well. Or another instance might be going to a wine and cheese festival or an event. Go to places where you think that you might be able to connect with someone like-minded, even a meetup group. That's a great place to know that you can meet someone or go to events, but then turn on your Happen app so you might actually be able to see who's single in that room as well. Number 3, organize social events with friends. We often think that meeting a guy is about us going out alone, solo, on a voyage, waving a flag, going, are there any single men around here? Why don't you do it in a group situation so you feel more comfortable, so that there is less pressure on you as well? Now, this means that you might have a dinner once a month with a bunch of friends, and you say, bring a guy, or let's all bring a friend, or let's bring a couple. It might not mean that the person you want to meet is in that dinner or in that group that you're with right there, but they might know somebody. This is about creating opportunities that could lead you to meet somebody else through another person as well. Don't assume that it has to be like a direct response to you every time or direct contact. Sometimes we meet people through friends of friends as well. They might go, hey, I've actually got a single guy that I would love to set you up as well. But you're never going to know that if you don't create that first opportunity of connecting with other people in your world. Number 4, shake up your routine. Sometimes we get stuck in our own little safety zone, in our own little routine, and we wonder why we're not meeting anyone new. And it's usually because we're not doing anything different. We're not doing anything new ourselves. So why don't you try and expand your hobbies? Why don't you try and expand your social circle? Break up your routine a little bit. Go on a different train route. Go on a different bus route. Goodness knows you could be sitting next to your future husband on your next bus route. You just don't know. The thing is, if you want change in your world, then you have to do something different in order to be able to create that change. And it doesn't have to be something massive. Sometimes it might be just something as simple as breaking up your daily routine. And number 5, be aware of an opportunity. Now, what happens is we assume that meeting someone is literally someone coming up to us and going, "Hi, I'm Bob, I want to date you," okay? It really isn't that easy or black and white sometimes. An opportunity doesn't mean that it's just going to be blatantly obvious that that's the person that you're meant to go on a date with. An opportunity might mean something that is spontaneous or something that has happened out of the blue. But if you're able to recognize that this is an opportunity to actually carry a conversation or get to know someone or go to an event or change up your routine, then you're going to have more likely progress in this area of actually being able to meet someone. If we can't recognize what opportunity looks like, then we're going to miss opportunity even if it's right there in front of us. Make sure you're aware of what an opportunity really looks like so that you're able to jump on it and then, for all you know, meet an amazing guy. Well, there you go, guys. That's just a quick little snippet of how to meet men. Obviously, there's a whole lot of other reasons, and I do have a blog on my blog at the moment called 9 Ways to Meet Men. So I encourage you to look at that. I will put the link in the description below as well, just so you've got a quick reference. In the meantime, get creative. Think outside the square. Make it happen. Remember, we were meeting men way before dating apps and online dating sites even existed. So you are not limited by your circumstances. You are only limited by your attitude. Until next time, bye for now.